The sixth thing I need you to stop saying is that you can't speak English because you don't live in America. It's not true. It's not true. I had a student when I was in South Korea. His English was so good. I pulled him to the side and I said, "Where did you study? What college did you attend in America? How long did you live in America?" Remember, I'm an English teacher. At that time, I had already taught thousands upon thousands of Korean students. But I pulled him to the side and I said, "Where did you study?" He said, "Teacher, I've never been to America. I've never been to Europe. I've never been to an English-speaking country. I've only been in Korea and I've studied English here." He sounded like me. So stop saying you can't speak English because you don't live in America. He was the first individual I met that had actually done it. But then I started to see more students. Before I developed my program, Fred, I told you about him a few moments ago. Fred speaks English like a native. Other learners, they asked me, "Tiff, is he a native English speaker?" No, but he sounds like me now. Why? Because he found the time, as we learned in the last thing you should stop saying. He found the time, and it is possible. You can speak English like a native. You can speak English even if you never get the opportunity to go to another country, but you must believe this and stop saying you can't speak English because you don't live in America. The seventh thing that I need you to stop saying is that your English is not good. Stop starting conversations. "Hey, I'm sorry, my English is not good." Don't say that. Stop saying it completely. Because what happens when you say, "Sorry, my English is not good," you hinder yourself from speaking with confidence. You're telling yourself you're bad, you're not good. And then you're telling the person listening to you, "Hey, don't pay attention to what I'm saying because it's not going to be good." And that person immediately kind of shuts off one side of their brain. Their English is not good, so they're going to make mistakes. Instead, just start speaking. Don't say my English is not good. Don't say it anymore. Just start speaking. Why am I telling you these things? Why am I encouraging you to stop saying these 7 things? Because my goal is to help you speak English with confidence. But in order to speak English with confidence, you have to remember, it's not just about learning words, learning expressions. No, you literally have to change the way you think. Encourage yourself. Believe in yourself. Know that you can do it. Listen to me. Stop saying the 7 things I told you today in today's lesson, and instead encourage yourself, believe in yourself, and know that you can do it. I told you earlier, again, if you want to study with me, I mentioned it before, all you have to do is go to EnglishFluencyPlan.com. I teach students all around the world how to speak English like a native, and I'd love to do the same for you. So come join us. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I'll talk to you next time. You still there? You know what time it is. Here we go. It's story time. Hey, I said it's story time. All right. So today's story is about an animal. Actually, was it multiple animals? No, one animal. A cat. So I love people. I love helping, but I like animals too. So this happened when I was in South Korea. I had the early morning class. So I would teach early in the morning, then I'd have a long break, and then I'd come back in the evening and teach the late classes. So one day I was coming back home from teaching, and I heard the sound of a cat. It sounded like a kitten, and I could tell that it was hungry. So I said, "You know what? I'm going to get some food for this cat." So I dropped off my things at my apartment, and I walked to the store. It was like a corner store, a corner supermarket, not too far from my apartment. And I bought some cat food. So I went back to my apartment, opened up the can, and then I set it outside for the cat. Now, my apartment was behind a gate, right? So I opened the gate, and my apartment was right up the steps. So you had to open the gate, then close it back, and then go up to my apartment door. So again, I opened the can, came out of my apartment, down the steps, opened the gate, put the can right outside the gate for the cat to eat, and then I shut the gate because there were other apartments, you kept going up the steps, so I didn't want the cat coming in to the stairwell. Now, I did this for about 2 or 3 days. I'd come out, I'd put the cat food out, and the cat would come and eat the food. About the fourth day, I didn't see the cat, so I just came in and I went to sleep. Remember, it was late. It was about 10:30, I think. So I fell asleep, and at about midnight, it sounded like a baby screaming to the top of its lungs. And it woke me up out of my sleep. Now, I sleep really good. Usually, I don't wake up if there's something going on. I'm okay. I can sleep through anything. But it was so loud. They were shrieking. I said, what is going on? So I came out of my bedroom and I looked out the window from my kitchen and I saw the cat. The cat was basically screaming like, hey, yo, Tiff, I'm going to need you to bring my food. I'm a little late tonight. I'm sorry, but I need you to bring my food. I said, you have got to be kidding me. Now, I couldn't go back to sleep because the cat was so loud, it was waking up other people. So I decided to get the cat food, and I was coming down the steps out of my apartment. Again, it's after midnight. I'm sleepy, and I'm walking down the stairs. I had left my door cracked to my apartment because I was just going to put it out and come right back up to go to bed. So I came to the gate, and I had the cat food in one hand, and I was about to open the gate, and I slowly opened the gate, and the cat ran in. The cat ran between me and the gate door and went flying up the steps. Now, I saw that the cat was going towards my apartment. So I swung around, ran up, and I slammed my door. I said, what you're not going to do is get in my apartment, cat. Because this cat was feral. Again, it didn't belong to anyone, to my knowledge. It was just a cat that was always in the alleyway, right in the street. I said, I can't allow this cat in my apartment. I don't know what this cat has. So the cat is looking at me like, what's going on? I mean, I thought we had developed a relationship. You feeding me. I want to come into your abode. Can I get a place to sleep tonight? So I'm looking at the cat like, this is not how it's going to be. So I said, how am I going to get this cat to go down the steps? I remembered I had the food in my hands. I looked at the cat. Remember, it's after midnight. Cat, what we're not going to do, you're not going to go into my apartment. I said, look at this food. Yummy, 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 yummy. Let the cat look at it, smell it. And I stepped down the stairs. Had the cat follow me. We walked toward the gate. Remember, cats are smart, though. He's looking at me, looking at the gate, looking at the food. Looking at me, gate, food, me. I said, you want the food? Come on now. I'm trying to be quiet. Everyone else is asleep. So I get to the gate. The door is open. The gate's open. I'm outside of the gate now. I said, cat, if you want this food. He's at the top of the steps still. So he comes down the steps slowly. I said, that's right. Come on down. Then I kind of walked behind the gate and I put the food on the ground. I said, here you go, baby. Yeah, baby, come on and get it. So he came out through the gate, came to where the food was. As soon as he was on the other side, I ran and slammed the gate. I said, yeah, I'm not doing this again. Nope. Went back up. For the next 2 or 3 nights, he came every night and was screaming. After the third time, he realized, oh, she's not feeding me anymore. And he didn't come back. But listen, after that time, I said, I'm never feeding a stray cat again, only because they want it all the time. They're not bad, but I couldn't do that, and I didn't want my neighbors to wake up every night. Maybe you've had an experience as well with a wild animal or a stray animal, and they wanted you to feed them over and over again. I started out the goodness of my heart, but I had to stop. I didn't want my neighbors who were teachers as well to wake up. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story. Don't forget, if you want to join me, go to EnglishFluencyPlan.com, and I'll talk to you in the next lesson.